Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to make a quick video on 5 easy tips you can do to get your financial health back on track. Now I'm somebody who, despite having a regular income, has struggled to get a saving regime in place, to understand why I've been overspending my whole life, and at one point my mum even called my bank account a black hole. So I've implemented these 5 tips, and over the past year I've seen a great growth in my finances, so I wanted to share. So let's get into it. Number 1, financial awareness. This is key, and it's probably the most important tip I'm going to be sharing with you. If you don't understand where you're sort of going wrong, why you can't save, why you're in your overdraft, you need to understand what is going on with your finances. If you don't understand the problem, we can't possibly find a solution. So I used a money managing app called Yolt. There are many on the market. You don't necessarily have to use Yolt, but I've just found Yolt really worked well with what I was trying to achieve. And it helped me do 3 things that were key. Number 1, I figured out what my spending habits were. I had no idea where my money was going. I told you, it was like a black hole. Number 2, I figured out where I was overspending. The amount of Starbucks I purchased, the amount of Zara online shopping I did, the amount of unnecessary Amazon items I was buying, it was incredible, incredibly ridiculous, to be honest, the amount of money I was spending. But I could see it now. I could visually understand every penny where it was going. And number 3, it showed me what my income was after all of my fixed outgoings. For example, before, if I was thinking I was going to have a salary of, say, £1,000 a month, I would think, great, on payday I've got £1,000 to spend. But actually, if I had fixed outgoings of, say, £200, really I had £800 to spend. But I would think, oh, I've got £1,000 to spend. So I was always in a deficit, which is why I was always in an overdraft. And at that point, my fixed outgoings were actually very low, so I had no excuse. But Yolt showed me week after week, month after month, how much I was spending and how unnecessary some of the purchases were. So once I had seen what my spending habits were and where I was overspending, I started setting myself budgets. So on Yolt, you're able to set budgets for each category. So like I said, for food and drink, this much. For online clothes shopping, for example, another amount. And then it would monitor my spending, and I was able to see if I was keeping in check. I would even get nudges on my phone if I was going over a target, which is great because it's that almost your bank saying to you, hold on a minute, you're going over. Number 2, save, save, save. Now everybody says to you, yes, you must save, yes, you must put money aside for the future, but really, it's just something that people don't get around to doing. I don't know why I didn't do it, but now I really understand the importance of it. But how can you force yourself to do it? I used to think, yeah, sure, I'll save, I'll move some over to a saving account. It never happened, and by the time I actually got around to doing it, there was nothing left to move over because I was in my overdraft. But now what I've done is I've made it a fixed outgoing. So where my £200 of fixed outgoings would go, whether that's towards Netflix, Spotify, savings is also a fixed outgoing. Therefore, I don't think about it. I don't think, oh, so I've got £800, but actually out of that, if I didn't move 200 over, I'd also have that to spend. It's not an option. That £200 or 500 or however much it is that you can comfortably save, that goes with all of the other outgoings. And I've made it a habit because consistency is key. And slowly, slowly, you will see that savings account grow. And that's a great feeling. Number 3 is mindset. This is key, and your mindset when it comes to money has to change if you're experiencing any of the issues I've spoken about so far. You need to understand why you're trying to do what you're trying to do. Like I said, financial independence is something a lot of people want but can't necessarily achieve. And as I've explained, using these tips, you can certainly make a difference. But ultimately, it's going to come down to how you want to see yourself. A lot of the time over social media, we see people, a lot of influencers with very expensive habits and tastes, let's say. And I think, of course, it's only natural that you might want to try and emulate that. You might try and, you might think, well, they have it, so I need it. And that's where that mindset has really got to change. Are we trying to look rich, or do we actually want to be rich? This is a very, very key principle that you have to get right. There's no point having every single Louis Vuitton bag if you're struggling to pay the rent for your apartment. There's no point going on holiday to a 5-star hotel if actually you're struggling to pay other bills. You know, it doesn't make sense. And at the end of the day, we need to be in a mindset where we're not trying to prove ourselves to one another. We do what we do for our own sake, for our own sanity. So definitely switching off from comparing, switching off from thinking I need it because she has it or he has it. That has got to change. Number 4, investing. Now, advice is if you're making money, you have some income and you can put a small amount aside after your fixed outgoings and after you've put some into savings, reinvest it. There's never a bad time to have more than one stream of income. Now, it could be a very simple thing such as opening a savings account that builds up interest. So for example, I have a savings account that I place money into each month. That money then accumulates with interest if I don't touch it. So there's an incentive for me. If I don't take money out of there, which is good for me because I'm saving, the bank will give me a few pounds extra. Now, it's only a few pounds, but it's something. I'm making money off nothing. So that's just a small way you can reinvest your money. There are bigger ways, for example, investing your money in stocks and shares in mutual funds. Certainly something you can consider. And I've listed down below a few websites where you can go to learn that skill, or you can of course get in touch with a professional. I will be making a video of how I invest my money next. Set realistic goals. There's absolutely no point putting your entire income into a savings account and then being in the overdraft in your current account. If you are making a set of money, think after your fixed outgoings how much money you're left with, perhaps by using money managing apps like Yolt, and then target the amount of money that you think you can put away. There's so many great ways to save. I often find the money challenges on Pinterest are actually really fun to do, where you save £1 a day, and actually it's so impressive what you can reach with consistency after 365 days, how much money you can save by just saving £1 a day. I've put some of my favourite Pinterest challenges in the down bar below. Make sure you try them out. And don't be too hard on yourself. Like I said, be realistic. Definitely continue enjoying the things you do. Buy the things you want to buy, but think about your long-term goal. It's only going to help you. So I hope you found this video useful. There are 5 easy tips that you can try, anybody can try, to get yourself back in shape when it comes to your finances. I've tried it, I succeeded, now I challenge you. Thanks for watching.